And we're live. Okay. Hello all. Hello world. Let me fix my OBS real quick. This is day 69 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. Yeah, this whole AWS thing has caused a little bit of a mess in my schedule, so now the midterm that I have tomorrow is now actually on Thursday, which is really bad news for me because I also have a project due on the same day, so that's gonna create a giant mess. So I'm gonna need to really lock in on both of those. So yeah, today's stream is gonna be a little bit shorter as well. Probably the rest of this week's streams are all gonna be a little bit shorter for the same reason, to be honest. Yeah. So last time we started trying to add function parameters to our language, or I guess the subset of C that we support, rather. We got through the parser and then having them exist in the AST. So now I think I'd ideally like to just get them done in the HIR today before pushing off the MIR pile to next time. Yeah, no time to waste. I guess we can keep going on this. Yeah, my PC restarted last night, so we have a little bit of a mess to clean up, but that's a-okay. Okay, so parser includes it now. Yeah, it has, where is it? It has params, yeah. Wait, where is it? It's somewhere here, but yeah, we have function parameters now, which is very helpful. And then from there we can, I guess, do more things. Where does this live? Yeah. Yeah, we move active params here, and then we have this global at the top to track parameters. We have parameters and then also args for function calls specifically, and these are only updated and generated when we have, I guess, a function. Either a call or like a function, so we don't really need to worry about it otherwise. Real quick, let me just check one of the tests that I have written. Yeah, the params test. So let's clean that up real quick. Let's give it this like int c, int d. Let's give it foo of d and c. Or we can even add more to this. We can do that, and then that plus a, or something like that. So let's run, last time I think we built it. Yeah, okay, we definitely built it. So let's run this on, or dump ast, test, regression, input, params. Okay, this looks like it parses correctly, so cd, dc, okay, perfect. Yeah, so that does what we want it to. Yeah, so the next thing we need to add it to the HIR, and we need to, I guess, update AST to HIR to account for it. So yeah, without further ado, I guess let's get into this. Let's see, the instruction level, I think we have call, right? Yeah, we have call assign, we also have call. I don't think we use call anymore though. So we could probably get rid of it, but in the event we still need it, I guess it doesn't hurt to have. I'm just not gonna change call, I think. Yeah, so these all need to have params added. So let's see, how did I represent this in the AST? Or in instruction. I guess we should start with the function proper, so it would behoove us to start with HIR. Yeah, so you have the type, name, and then we should have params after that, I think. Yeah, we should probably steal this again. and then name, and then we can steal this, which is very helpful. And then we can steal that, which is also very helpful. And then I guess we can just steal this as well, which is equally as helpful. Yeah, so we got parameters, yippee. What else? I think we should implement these real quick because I am going to forget, at least. Save that. Let's steal that. And then throw it here. Okay, that cleaned up pretty easily. We want get parameters, which is also very boilerplate. We need to update toString with this thing, I think. Yeah, we need to do that. But real quick, let's fix up everything else real quick. Or I think that's everything function-wise, so we do need to just update this real quick. Okay, how do we do this? We can do that. Okay. Then we have, okay, I guess we can steal this pile real quick. And then this gets its own little section. So we have plus equals that. So let's put this here. Okay, so we have type, name, and then open brace. We have all of this. Yeah, this just iterates over the parameters. This is nothing new. And this is, I think, should just be the same. Yeah, this is fine. And yeah, the rest is about the same. Thought I'd stick around this time, share a couple interpreters. Yeah, I recognize your name. Good to see you on a stream at least. It's been cool talking to you at least on the Discord, so makes me happy that you're here on a stream. Okay, I think that's this pile all done, or at least the function pile here. So then the only other thing we need to update is the call stuff. Does this import from the other thing? Or no, it takes a different thing anyway, so we don't need to steal parameters because arguments are passed differently in the calls. Okay, so we have callee, and then we want std vector of std unique footer of Adam, I guess. All right. Yes, just Adam here. And this is arguments. Did I use params or parameters? I used parameters, okay. So we should do arguments for consistency. I need to import vector. Well, Okay. Arguments. So we get Kali, get arguments, and then you can paste this again, and then that's big chilling. And then we can steal the same stuff to throw into call assign. So arguments, get arguments, and then throw that there. This gets a comma. Okay. I think that's everything in here. We'll find out very quickly if it's not in here, I guess. Okay. Luckily, the things that are now broken, I guess, error quite nicely. Stood vector, stood unique footer, atom, elements. Kali, arguments, stood, need arguments. Yeah, apologies if I'm a little bit lower energy today, by the way. I'm quite tired. Today's been a long day. There's a lot of like long-term stress that comes from the usual exam week pile. It's just a little bit prolonged because that's kind of the nature of the quarter system. Let's look at that. And then return arguments. Yeah, so that's the call stuff, and then we just need to, I guess, transplant this into this part, I guess. What's wrong here? This is not out of line. Why is this out of line? Oh. Whoops. Okay. On the quarter system campus briefly, it was rough. Yeah, that's kind of just the life it is. Like, you show up for like a month and everything's fine, and then midterms roll around, and then all of a sudden midterms just straight up don't end, and it's like, damn. It kind of sucks, but also like, I keep telling myself that one bad grade matters less because there's just more grades overall. But even still, it's like, it's something that I don't think is possible to get used to be honest. Like, I thought I did at one point, and then like, it turns out the classes get harder as you figure things out, so like, do you really figure it out? Maybe not. Maybe not. Like, me personally, I haven't been able to figure it out, but yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I can't complain too much at the end of the day. Okay. I think that's everything cleaned up here. Let's build real quick, make sure nothing, oh, I see. This is all in, where is this all in? It's all HTDHR. Okay, yeah. So that is exactly the other thing that I needed to update. Yeah, this is just permanently a mess, but that's fine. I don't think I need to change this part too much. I just need to change the body proper. There's two places I need to change. They're all very perfectly demarked. Yeah, so we have we have the call, and then we have the function proper. So this we need to change real quick. So let's change this first. I think this is the easiest one. So auto params, or we can just make a vector, right? Because we need to register the new atoms in here, I think, per function. So let's make a vector of HR parameter params, I guess. Do you want param type, param value, I guess? Or a name. For each of these, this should be a reference. So each of the, Jesus, what am I doing? So each of these in F, get parameters. Params, we want to push back. We want to push back param type because we can keep that. And then, how do we resolve? How do we resolve this? The scope will be not global scope because it's just function scope, because we want to be able to reuse the parameter names, I think. So we want like resolve, or what is it called? There's a thing I had in the visitor. Or it was like visitor, if I can type. I think this is a declaration. This would count as a declaration, I think. Yeah, so we want to resolve that for param name, I think. What does this take again? This takes an atom identifier. God damn it. Wait. Oh, wait, yeah, I see. .get. Okay, that works. Yeah, okay. So that gives us our nice params vector. So now we can just stick this here. And then all of that is good to go. So now we just need to update call. So we kind of need to do the same thing here. The declaration is fine. The assign, we need to add the thing. I think we just make the params list at the top in the same way. But instead of params, it's just oh yeah, this would just be use scope, I think, because this is just passing things in. So yeah, that should be a little bit more straightforward. Instead of this, this is stood unique footer to atom. Yeah, okay. What am I doing? How do I resolve the other vars again? Oh, I remember now. Oh, I remember this now. Okay. We made un. Yeah, okay. So we need to get all of the values, at least. So we need to cogen all of them first. So I guess maybe I should like pseudocode this out for a second. I think this list still makes sense, at least. But real quick, we can just resolve use scope of param name. Actually, no, this doesn't quite work. think, yeah, this doesn't quite do what we want it to. What's wrong here? Oh, E. Get arguments. We also need to change this then, obviously. We don't have argtype anymore. So this is just arg name or just arg. Yeah, this is a little bit silly now, I guess. So how do we gen this? I guess. What type is arg actually? Or what type is auto? That's just an expert. Okay, wait, this makes things easier then. We can just recursively gen the expers, I think. Yeah, okay. So this will once again make a mess, but I think that's to be expected to some degree. Okay. So make the temp, we make the assign. How do we handle this ordering and binary op again? We generate the sites first? Yeah, we generate the outside and then we make all this stuff here. So it's like this order, I think. Final made Omarchy work and VB feels laggy. Yeah, I think VB is inherently going to have a little bit of lag, especially just with like, I think Omarchy runs Hyperland, right? I've heard stories of just generally rough performance with Hyperland in VMs in general, so yeah, that might just be the life that you will live with that. Okay, let's push back, stood, make, unique. Actually, no, we can just... Maybe I should just separate this out like this. So this is... Maybe I could just train car this. Yeah, let's... why doesn't this work? Oh, whoops, ours. There we go. But that's kind of ugly. I don't really like this. Let's unnest that. And this is... What do we call this? I guess UArg? I guess like HRarg? I don't know. That's still terrible. This is just kind of doomed. Let's just maybe we do just get rid of this. What's wrong here? I'm missing a brace. Okay. So we gen it and then we push this back onto the thing. The rest of this is about the same. It's just in here. We need to give it args as well. So we have var assign, and then so that's what we assign it to. This is the function name. So we need to give it comma and then stood move args. With another parenthesis to close. Okay, I think that's everything there. What else do we need to change? We fixed everything in HR, so I think that's everything actually. Let's rebuild this again. Hopefully this doesn't take a year and a half. It appears to be taking a reasonable amount of time. Okay, nice. So now we can rerun this. That does what we want it to. Let's see what the HIR is. This is gonna be so ugly. Okay, we have prems there. Oh, wait, I forgot to... I forgot to add them in the print there. That might be important to add real quick. But barring that, I think we're in a pretty good spot, excluding the general ugliness of everything. Yeah, we didn't really have to change anything, which is nice, actually. It's just like a couple of lines added here and there. Where's the thing? Two-string call, we want this. How did I handle two-string in the AST pile again? Oh, it's also in here. It's function. This lives in the expers. Okay, it's like here. Yeah, okay, so since we might need to recursively generate things, we will need to separate this out, I think. I've used visitor pattern a few times, stateful and tend to get messier. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of just what it is. There's definitely advantages and disadvantages to it. I think the objectively correct thing to do is just to avoid it altogether and write your code in Rust, but unfortunately people are hiring C++ people, so I need the practice, so I am doing C++ code, unfortunately. How do I even do this? Call res. Yeah, so we can just make a new temp res. So we can poly plus open brace. So we have to iterate through args. This is I believe. And then, yeah, we need to deal with comma separated list shenanigans. Yeah, so we want to, this is call res. We want to, what's wrong here? Oh, right, because this is just atoms. So we just want a two-string here, and then, where did I, what am I doing here? Where does this live? Where am I? The visitor is, where do I store the visitor? Oh, it's down here. Okay, so it does have a symbol table. So symbol table. Oh, I need to deref it. Okay. And then, okay, so that, I think, wait, two-string just returns a string. Okay, yeah. That means I don't need to do this dumb shit. We can just, we don't even need like separate here. I think we can just start with res. There's not really anything that I need to code gen here or like do recursion with. So we can do that and then res here. res, we're gonna add that to it. So we should probably add the indent at the front. Maybe I should set indent as a global thing so I don't have to worry about making a mess every time. Same page on Visitor, though I like both Rust and modern C++. I think that's fair. I think it's possible to like C++ without liking the Visitor pattern. Rust compiler also has an interesting representation for its AST. Yeah, I remember it has like, this, it has its own thing that is called HR, which is really funny because I came up with this name independently. As you can tell, compiler developers do not have very creative naming schemes, I suppose. They're all pretty ubiquitous. Okay, we can steal all this, I think. We just need to add variable here, I think. Yeah, we can just take this and then we can chop it off here. And then I think we're fine. Yeah, I think it's interesting to think about like what the difference between an AST and difference between AST and a, I guess, IR is, because it's kind of like a square and circle thing. Like, an AST is technically an IR of some sort, but not all IRs can be considered an AST. It's like, it's a line that's always been fuzzy for me. I don't really understand it well. That's why I just call everything an IR and call it a day. Stay hydrated, by the way, guys. Being dehydrated really does hurt your performance, so you should drink water. It's very good for you. Okay, let's see if this is correct. Oh wait, this makes some interesting. This gives me some interesting stuff to think about in terms of like how I want to, I guess, represent variables in the MIR. I think what LLVM does is it just makes a variable that just takes the value. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing to me right now. I need to look into it more. We get a Dragon Beast as one of the mascots of the field, which is pretty fire. Yeah, we love to see it. I feel like there's every single like compiler toolchain just really likes its dragons, which makes me pretty happy. Okay, I think this is doing what we want it to. It looks roughly correct to me. So we have A1. A1 is the. Okay, let's. I guess this will be the easier one to follow. So terminal 1. So we have A0, A0, and B0. We can eventually erase this duplicate with global value numbering, but that's a pass we need to add still. Okay, so we have int bin. So that's the binary op. These just use the values from up here, which is fair enough. That is exactly what is supposed to happen, I believe. So then down here, this uses these two values. This calls with C0 and D0. We set A1 to that. Okay, next we have term 2. So that's D0, C0. Again, another place where global value numbering would really do us some good, but we don't have that yet. So we don't have that at this level of the IR yet, and we just certainly don't have it, period, yet. So yeah, okay, this gets passed in the correct order. The comma looks correct. Okay, with that, A1. So then we add those two. So we add call1 and A1. And then we, okay, perfect. This follows exactly as the original program was, I guess, which is nice. In spite of the mess that I've been making, I think this makes me happy. This brings me joy. This was surprisingly smooth. I expected something to break. I expected to be seeing an E here instead of bar. So we take what we can get. Anyways, yeah, so let's add HR slash commit update HR to support function params, and then update ASTs to HR for function params. Okay, git push. Yeah, I think this is a reasonable place to call today's stream. I really want to. I want to spend more time studying for the midterm, even though it's been pushed back to Thursday. I also have an OS lab due on that same day. Is the problem that I'm running into. So I'd ideally like to get all the studying out of the way now, and then do a little bit of review on Wednesday, just to like touch up on it, rather than have to deal with everything at the same time. So yeah. Anything else I should do real quick? What happens if I just compile this all the way down to the MIR right now? Let's do O0. Yeah, okay, that breaks, which is completely to be expected. Yeah, I think I will call the stream here today, y'all. Thank you all so much for watching, even though today was a little bit shorter and I showed up a little bit late. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure you like the stream and sub to my channel. While you're down there, make sure you join the Discord if you haven't. You get to chat with really cool people in the community, and also me outside of usual stream hours, and you also get to get pinged when I go live, which is way better than YouTube's system. And of course, also connect with me on LinkedIn and add me on GitHub to stay up to date with what I'm doing. And yeah, I'm gonna go study now and watch some lectures about deep learning and feed-forward neural networks, because I don't know what's going on and I need to figure out what's going on. Take care, y'all. Take it easy and have a wonderful rest of your day.